The interpretation of the Tower of Babel incident. Ancient history was passed down orally in mythological forms due to the underdevelopment of writing systems. However, the crucial point is that these stories, while taking on mythological forms, are based on actual events. For example, the Greek Homer recorded the Trojan War in mythological form in the Iliad, and the Odyssey, and Mesopotamia's Epic of Gilgamesh mythologized Gilgamesh, the ruler of Ur. Similarly, the founding story of Gojoseon is passed down as the Dangun myth, and the founding of Kikuyo is recounted through the Tumon myth. Based on these mythological historical traditions, let us now analyze the truth behind the Tower of Babel incident. In Genesis chapter 11, the story of the Tower of Babel appears in mythological form. According to this story, the whole world at that time used one language, and people made bricks by baking them thoroughly in fire, using bricks instead of stone to build a city. They built a tower in the center of the city that reached to the heavens. The Lord saw the city and the tower, and was concerned that the people, speaking one language and united, could achieve anything they planned. Therefore, the Lord confused their language so they could not understand each other, and as a result, they stopped building the city and scattered. The city was called Babel. Genesis means origin, Genesis, or creation. Understanding the Tower of Babel incident based on the meaning of this word. The event explains the origin of linguistic diversity among humans. Genesis chapter 1 explains that everything was created by God's word. Chapter 3 explains the origin of human sin through the fall of Adam and Eve. And chapter 10 explains the origin of the three races, through Noah's sons Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Chapter 11's Tower of Babel incident explains the differentiation of languages. Originally, humanity used one language, but after the Tower of Babel incident, it divided into hundreds of languages. The philosopher Wittgenstein said, "The limits of my language mean the limits of my world." There are limits to language in understanding and expressing God. It is impossible to fully express the omniscient, omnipotent, and eternal God in a single language. Therefore, God gave humans various languages, and the Bible explains through the Tower of Babel incident why human languages became diverse.